You asked for time. Is this long enough?
Yes, my head's clearer, though I would kill for a decent cup of coffee.
Have you? For coffee, I mean?
Not today. You've got questions. You might as well ask them.
I know Katerina volunteered you to work with us. Are you okay with that?
Did Biago ever consult with you before sending you on a contract?
The Argo would barely tell me what the job was beforehand. But I'm not the demon of Virantium.
Katerina was first Talon. You don't refuse a contract from the first Talon. Not if you're smart. But there's plenty of reason for me to work with you beyond that, Rook.
Such as?
I owe you a debt, for one. And after a year in that hole, maybe I'm looking forward to stabbing a god or two in the back.
You're the best mage killer in the Antivan Crows. So how'd the Venatori catch you?
Someone set me up. I had a contract for Colivan, in the ossuary. I took a ship from Treviso to Minrathus. They were waiting for me. Knew which ship and when it would arrive. I don't know how they convinced the Crows I was dead, but I woke up in the ossuary with Zara gloating about it.
The crossroads can be dicey, but the lighthouse is safe. Oh, and if you see a spirit around called the Caretaker, they're friendly.
After the ossuary, that will be a pleasant change. You haven't asked about Spite.
From what I've seen, I'd say he picked the right name.
He's stronger when I sleep, so I try not to do it much. No one was in the ossuary by choice, not even the demons. We both did what we had to get out of there.
So, if you're an abomination...
I suppose I should get used to that.
But I heard that only mages can get possessed by demons.
I'm skilled with a blade, but I promise you, without Spite, I have the magical talent of a brick. There must be some difference between a demon deceiving their way into a body and being forced into one. Only Zara knows for sure.
I admire you. What you've been through would break most people.
I would not give Zara the satisfaction.
Still, you must be a very courageous man.
A very stubborn one, perhaps, but that's kind of you to say. Leave Spite to me. If he's trapped in this world, he has good reason to fight for it. For now, I must honor our contract. Gods, magic, politics. Things are going to get very bloody. Rook, Ilario sent word. He's got intel on Zara. He wants to meet up. Fancy a trip to Treviso?
Sounds like fun.
Come on, Ilario will meet us at Cafe Pietra. It's not that far from here. We have time before he arrives. I wouldn't mind looking around a while. The markets are running. Good. I need to get some things while we're here. Treviso. I barely had time to look around when we returned from the ossuary.
This place, does it feel very different?
In some ways, more than I expected, but then, perhaps it's me.
A potted plant?
For Harding's garden. Spearmint is supposed to calm bad dreams. It's good in desserts, too.
So you and Ilario are cousins?
Yes, but we're more like brothers. Katarina took us both in, a long time ago now. Here's the place. Bellara mentioned the daily seafood recipe she wants to make.
The demon of Virantium is grocery shopping for the team.
Have you seen what they eat? It's a miracle you didn't all starve before you hired me.
When we met, it didn't seem like Ilario and Katerina were close.
It was hard to be close to her, even for me, and I was her favorite. A good selection. Fresh fruit. Nev only eats fried fish. You'd think a detective would have discovered scurvy by now.
Is that everything on the list?
Yes, and Ilario should be here by now. Let's go before he gets himself in trouble.
can't buy something for everyone but yourself. Here, this is for you.
A wyvern-toothed dagger? I loved wyverns as a boy. Katerina would never let me have one of these, though. Cafe Pietra's just ahead.
That's where we're meeting your cousin. Why not the casino?
House Cantori has many talents. Making coffee is not one of them.
Finally. I thought you might leave me here all by my lonesome.
Please. You think I'd ever pass up Cafe Pietra's coffee?
You see, Rook, my cousin is all stomach and no heart.
Don't mind him. Ilario cannot appreciate anything but himself. They serve a specialty roast here, Andoral's breath. Bitter and sweet, like a kiss goodbye. You should try it.
You just described my dream cup of coffee. So, have we done enough three crows in a coffee shop chatting about nothing to bore the spies?
Just about. The most persistent one gave up when lucanis started getting all romantic about the roasts.
It's a very good roast. So, you have something?
The crows I sent after Sarah have picked up her trail. They say she's gone to Virantium.
If she was here in Treviso to kill Katerina, she can't be in Virantium already.
Rook's right. Zara's giving you a false lead, cousin.
You have better information?
We're compromised. There's no other way Zara could even touch Katerina. You need your eyes here, in Antiva.
Sarah would never be foolish enough to stay. Not with you out for blood.
Of course she would. If the crows protecting her are here.
Rook, reason with him, would you? He's being paranoid.
I am not paranoid. She came after me. She came after Katerina. She will come for you too.
If it'll make you feel better, I'll clean house, all right? Leave this to me.
Your cousin only seems to hear about one word in 10.
He's always been this way. He hears what he wants to hear.
Bitter and sweet, you called that blend? Like a kiss goodbye. So, what would a first kiss be?
Honey and lavender cream. Sweet. Intriguing. And you? How would you describe it?
First kisses? Huh. It's been a while. I might need a refresher.
I see. You lead an adventurous life.
No more than you, I'm guessing?
I've always thought that to live truly is to live fully. But even before I was captured, my life was not really my own. So much had been determined for me.
Being grandson to the first Talon must come with a lot of baggage.
Much like House Deriva.
Since I took the initiative against the Antam, I don't need to worry about disappointing them.
Rook, there's no need to doubt yourself. And if you do, I'll be here to convince you. How's your coffee?
Dark, complex, and intriguing. Ready to head back to the lighthouse?
Almost. Do you have a minute?
Of course. Something wrong?
Thea wants to meet.
Any day you spend with the 7th Talon is a good day.
She wants to plan Katerina's funeral.
Oh. Right.
If you don't mind, I could use some backup. In case Spike gets out of hand.
Let's not keep Taya waiting.
Good, you're here.
Thank you for making the arrangements, Thea.
For Katerina? How could I do otherwise? I'm so sorry, Lucanis. This must be such a blow. Rook, thank you for coming with him. I need Juan de la Muerte to plan this. His cousin has been no help at all.
I'm sorry, Thea. This is just too much right now.
If there's anything I can do, just say the word.
You're always such a dear. You certainly didn't learn that from Viago.
Thea, don't flirt with my colleague.
Jealous? Fine. To business, then. There's a lot to plan. But first, I need the ashes.
Ashes?
Make it help us. Yes, the ashes. Katerina's ashes. From the cremation?
Oh, yes, of course. I'll get them to you right away.
Hilario, what happened?
What do you mean?
Katerina, how? How did the Venatori get to her? When? Where? In the estate? In the city? How did they get past our people? What did they use? Poison? Blades? I need to know.
Cousin, stop. You can't dwell on this. It'll drive you mad.
I'm not dwelling. Zara killed the first Talon. I have to know how if I'm going to stop her.
I told you, I'm handling it.
Boys, enough of this. We have other things to discuss.
My apologies, Andrea. Continue without me. I'll get you the ashes.
How are you holding up?
I'll be fine. Better once we kill Zara Renata. It's him I'm worried about.
Hilario can be a handful. But this? The only time I've seen him like this was when Lucanis died. You're worrying, aren't you? What will people say if they hear the demon of Virantium has a big, soft heart?
He's been careless at times, but never when his own life was on the line. Zara took down the first Talon. Anyone could be next. And my cousin doesn't want to think about it?
You have a point. It's not like Hilario to ignore a knife coming at him.
What do you need from me for the funeral?
Come. I'll get us some drinks and we can make the arrangements.
Our house owes you for handling all of this.
Katerina was family. Can you imagine what she'd say if she saw us all like this?
She'd be furious, especially at Hilario, as usual.
How did you stay on her good side?
What good side?
To hear Katerina tell it, Lucanis can do no wrong.
It's easy to look good standing next to my cousin.
I'll have my people keep an eye on him for you.
Thank you, Thea.
Go on. I'll let you know if something comes up.
Are you in here brooding?
I'm fine.
That's not a no.
I had her. She should have never gotten away from me. This was our contract, Rook. I don't fail my contracts.
Forget about Gillenane.
That's why I'm here.
I know, but I'm just happy you didn't get killed out there.
You shouldn't go easy on me. In our line of work, mistakes get people killed.
To be fair, so do successes.
I thought I still had this. Whatever else I am, I'm a professional. After the ossuary, I thought at least I could still take out a target. I need to work.
You might need sleep more than work at this point.
You might be right.
It's not over. Just take care of yourself for now, okay?
I was distracted. That cannot happen again. I need to get my head on straight.
Whatever you need to do.
Have you been to talk to the others? Davrin, especially. I think everyone might have things to deal with now. I should check in with the crows. Whatever the word is, I'll let you know. There's nothing like work to focus the mind.
This is ominous.
Biago found something.
Something bad, I take it.
Venatori and Treviso. Like I thought. One of them might know where Zara is. Biago has crows watching them. We find them, we find Zara.
everything she did to you. We'll make her pay, lucanis. Side by side.
We just have to get this done. I'm not losing anyone else. We only get one shot at this. We go when you're ready.
What's going on? Lucanis?
It's not Lucanis, it's the demon. It's taking him over. He's trying to leave.
Smells like jam and brimstone.
Rook, do something!
Spite? Stop. You're not taking Lucanis through the Alluvion.
I could, if you'd move.
So you can take him where? Off a cliff, or worse?
How did... Rook? Dash?
You tried to walk through the Alluvion in your sleep.
Spite wanted out.
I need coffee.
You can't just caffeinate your way out of this.
It's hard for Spite to take control when I'm awake, so I try to stay awake.
You can't just stay awake forever. I think that would kill you.
I'll be more careful next time.
We have to make Spite understand that he's endangering you.
He's Spite, not learning. He doesn't listen to anyone. Don't worry about it. This won't happen again. And thanks.
Smells like melon and wood smoke.
Hey! No! No! Sit your ass back down.
I'll handle this. Maybe make sure the Alluvion room is blocked.
Now we get to talk.
You're right. Let's talk about you getting out of Lucanis's body.
Lucanis made a deal he hasn't kept.
What deal?
Break our chains, kill, escape our prison, and live?
Isn't that what happened?
No! I want out!
Out to where? To Vinta? Orlais? Nowhere's safe for a possessed man.
No! No! He promised! Tell him! Make him!
Rook?
You were sleepwalking.
Spite was sleepwalking.
He didn't go anywhere. Nothing happened.
I didn't want you to see that. Again.
Nothing I'm seeing makes me want to look away.
How do you always do that?
Do what?
Break apart my perfectly gathered clouds of doom. You deserve better than to deal with my mess.
You're more than what you're going through. And you wear it well.
This isn't a good idea.
Sometimes a bad idea is better.
You like to walk a little too close to the edge.
So do you.
At least I know I'm doing it. I need to clear my head. Excuse me.
This smells amazing. Does all coffee smell like this? Or just the stuff you make?
Coffee has a distinct aroma, if that's what you're asking.
Sorry. It was really rare where I grew up. And expensive.
Try everything once, that's what I say.
I want to, but sometimes I just like having what I like.
Nothing wrong with that. So, Harding, what do you think?
It's Delicious.
You don't have to pretend to like it.
I mean, it's good. It's nice and warm.
Rook's right. You don't have to pretend. I won't be upset if you don't like coffee.
He really wouldn't.
I know, but sorry. It's just this thing I do sometimes.
Acting so people will like you?
It sounds terrible when you say it like that. I know I don't need to do it. I just do.
Sounds really healthy when you put it that way.
You must have been pretty tiny as a child.
Where'd that come from?
A tiny dwarven girl in a land of large human farmers.
Oh, yeah. I probably learned pretty quick that things worked out better if people liked me. If they agreed with me, or I agreed with them.
Some people like cream or sugar in their coffee.
Maybe coffee just isn't my thing.
Rook, you're here.
Is something wrong?
Biago and Thea sent word. They have information about Ilario. Whatever it is, they wish to speak away from Treviso, away from anyone who might be listening. They won't put more to paper. I need to meet with them as soon as possible.
Your turn to cook. What's all this gonna be?
Paella. Well, 2 of them. One without seafood for Emmerich. And a hazelnut torte for dessert. It pairs well with coffee.
Wait. Did you make dessert just for me?
There's enough for everyone.
As long as they don't mind having it with my favorite drink.
They won't complain.
You didn't have to do anything special for me.
Yes, I did. I still don't know how to apologize for everything. And you
made dessert. Just for me.
It's nothing. Or not enough.
It is. And you are. And I'll have you know, I'm very easily bribed.
I'll keep that in mind.
What happened?
A note from Viago.
Ilario's making his move.
A big one. He's hosting all the talents of the Crows at Katarina's villa.
Guess I wasn't invited.
You can be my date.
Careful. Sweep me off my feet and who'll watch your back?
We have to do this carefully. Ilario has to be expecting us.
You think he knows that we know about him and Algernon?
He wouldn't be avoiding us otherwise. Be ready for a trap.
I always am.
Katerina's death was a tragedy. But to get Lucanis back from the dead, only to lose him to a demon. For me, it is a deep, personal loss. And so, I take the mantle of First Talon with a heavy heart. But the crows could rise from the ashes. With our new allies, the Venatori, we could reclaim Antiva. Over my dead body. That can be arranged. Cannot overpower us both. Now you fall.
We make a discreet exit?
I'm ready, but are you sure? They're celebrating you.
I have other plans for the evening.
Really? You came all the way back here for coffee? The the stuff in your villa wasn't good enough.
It's better if I make it myself. And I wanted some quiet.
So, first Talon of the Crows, huh? Does that mean you'll be leaving us?
No. We have a contract. Besides, she may have stepped down, but there's no stopping Katerina from giving all the orders. I still cannot believe she did that.
Well, that's a relief, because I don't want to do this without you.
I couldn't leave this place. Not with you here. You'll have me for as long as I can put off the crows. Fucking Hilario.
Do you regret giving him a chance?
No. You were right. His family. I didn't suspect him. When the Venatori caught me on the boat in Tevinter, it never even crossed my mind. He's better than I thought. Maybe there's hope for him after all. But this, being watched by all the crows with their knives out, this wasn't mercy. He'll never live this down. There's nowhere he could go to outrun being the traitor crow, brought down in front of everyone.
I was surprised you spared him at all, really.
So was I. But I don't have a lot to lose. What there is, Hilario, Katerina, you, this team. I'm not giving that up. Rook, have a moment?
What is it?
You were there to witness my new deal with Spite. You should come with us to see it paid in full.
Interesting.
A spare moment with you is an added benefit.
Well, I can't say no to that.
When you're ready.
Do you think they're wondering why you ordered a drink for the empty chair?
If they are, they won't tell anyone. The crows own this cafe.
Smells like lucanis.
Just try it.
So, you two okay now? Since you gave Hilario another chance, I mean.
That wasn't our deal. We said we'd save Katerina, and we did. Even I believe we did. So there's peace, for the moment at least.
How is your grandmother doing?
You've met her. She was hewn out of Dragonbone. She's pretending not to be upset by Hilario's betrayal and my possession. Which means she's making everyone else as miserable as possible. Except Dea. She likes Dea.
Are the other Talons okay with the whole abomination thing?
Probably not, but they prefer me to Hilario or the Venatori. I suppose the crows have had worse first Talons.
Is it strange that I'm enjoying being out with you and your imaginary friend?
It isn't exactly normal.
You try it.
I don't know what I thought it would be like, getting out of the ossuary, getting my life back.
You mean you didn't spend all that time dreaming about having coffee with your inner demon?
And with you. But here we are. Whatever this is, I'll take it. Rook, this isn't going to work.
We're gonna make it work.
They moved the moon. We're in over our heads. That's not magic you can fight with a blade. You're putting your life in our hands. My hands. All I know is death.
I know we'll get through this.
Optimism is your best and worst quality. If I have to kill every blighted creature in Thedas to keep you safe, I will.
You don't have to do everything alone.
I'm never alone anymore.
You know what I mean. I'll be here for you.
Don't make promises you might not keep.
Lucanis,
Don't. Whatever it takes, I won't miss this time. I'll meet you at the Illuvian. I cannot believe we found you.
I'm a little surprised too, honestly.
I thought I'd never see you again.
Oh, come on. We both know you couldn't get rid of me that easily.
Rook. You're impossible.
But in a good way.
It's what I love about you.
Are you falling asleep?
No, I never sleep.
It's all right if you do. Spite and I can play cards or something.
Don't say that. I haven't taught him wicked grace yet. I'm not afraid of him. I just don't want to waste time now that you're here.
You still have to sleep sometimes.
With you here, like this, I'd rather stay awake.
Stay awake all night? However shall we pass the time?
Could you talk to me? Your voice is a comfort.
I'll tell you the tale of a charming rogue who stole the heart of a hapless hero.
Rook, tomorrow...
Whatever happens, we'll take it on together. We can handle whatever comes next.
All I have to do is kill a god to keep you out of trouble. Easy. We have made it here, but not without cost. Now we only have to wait. But Spike grows impatient. As do I. This may be the calm before a final storm, but I don't feel it.
If there's anything I can do,
Your presence has already helped.
it won't be much longer.
Elgrenon's life is measured in hours. As for Solus, he used blood magic against you. He betrayed us. He pulled you into that prison. I leave his fate to you, but I will not let him hurt you.
Lucanis.
Whatever happens, my contract was for the blighted gods. Today it is fulfilled.
If I'd never gone to the Crows, if I'd never found you, I'm just so grateful I did.
As am I. More than I've ever told you. Rook, saying I owe you my life is not enough. You know my mind. I've assumed you know my heart because it beats for you. It's been beating. When I wanted you, when I was afraid to want you, tell me this ends with me asleep in your arms, and I will kill any god you ask.
Lucanis,
I love you, Rook, and I won't let you down.